Los Angeles, 454 square miles of city. Estimated population, 2,100,000. The story you are about to see actually happened to one of those 2,100,000 people. It could happen to you.
Hey, this is Redban coming to you live from Death Squad Studios for a brand new pilot. This is the new episode or a new show called Loophole. And it's all about this one guy that has a really awesome YouTube page that you guys have to check out. So let's meet him. Dillon Thomson. What's up, Dillon?
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
Let's fix this a little. Dillon, you brought a friend, and we're going to get to know him too. Why don't you introduce your friend? It's Matt.
This is my long-term friend, Matt Grippi.
My long-term friend.
Long-term friend.
That's how we introduce each other.
Yeah, we've known each other since the Vine days.
The Vine days.
Met on Vine.
Internet comedians.
Wow. Yeah. Now, are you from Los Angeles originally?
No, I'm from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, don't you know?
And Matt, are you from LA?
I'm originally from Northern California, up in Sacramento.
And you guys were both Viners, which is hilarious. I used to be a Viner. And now it's really funny watching all these Viners who moved to TikTok, now about to get the carpet thrown out of them.
Today, right?
Yeah.
Just moving down the line, figuring out what the next thing is.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I know a couple Viners that they were like, once Vine left, they were really depressed. They went through a lot of depression. And then I know these one guys like Vincent and stuff that just finally got into TikToking and started getting some traction on TikToking. And now it's like all over again. I feel bad.
Do you guys think he's really gonna shut down TikTok though?
I mean, he can't he? Doesn't he have the?
Is that? I don't know if he can. Can he? Is that a thing you can do? It's just
It's never been happened in the United States. It's been happening in other countries, but the ability to like lock it down so that you can't use it. We don't even have that set up yet, I guess. So if he does do it, it's going to take a while. It's going to have to be more like Apple's going to have to take TikTok from their store and Samsung or whatever Android marketplace and stuff.
When they canceled Vine, they gave us like a warning. They gave us a couple of months. Like we knew it was coming, and we were like trying to get people to follow us on other apps and stuff. But this TikTok is like
that
gone.
was the weirdest thing about Vine was that every person that was verified on Vine is now verified on Twitter since Twitter owned Vine.
Yeah.
And there was people who never did anything past Vine, so they have like 800 followers and they're just verified on Twitter for some reason.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, it's sad. It's sad and funny at the same time. Now, Dillon, I first saw your YouTube page. You bought a new Super 73 R series. Yeah, R series. Now, have you been like a e-bike person for a while, or like a scooter?
My first e-bike. Oh, a scooter. Yeah, I was a scooter person actually. Yeah, because these scooters just showed up out of nowhere. These rental scooters, and then maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but I was like, there's got to be a way you can just make these yours,
right?
And then on Craigslist, I started looking for scooters, and then one guy, for no reason at all, was just selling these circuit boards, and he's like, plug and play, bird scooter, plug and play. And I was like, wow. And I started researching it. Nobody was talking about doing that.
Yeah, I've always thought that, but I didn't know there was actually a thing.
Very easy. Very well, with the new scooters, they're kind of different, but the old scooters, just really easy to just pop the top off and put your own thing in. It's just yours, and you just put allegedly, yeah.
And don't they have like GPS or something like that in them?
Pull it out.
Pull out the GPS.
Wherever you pull that out at, that's where Bird is going to think it is for the rest of its life. Is wherever you pull its brain out.
Wow.
Put your new so don't do it at home. I don't want to.
Just go to like a Planned Parenthood or something and pull it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm under the impression that Bird doesn't actually care about those scooters.
Yeah.
Once they put them on the road, like it's nice if they stay intact, but they can't expect them to survive that long.
They turn a profit pretty quick with those scooters, I think.
Yeah, I always wondered about that because you always see homeless people have them in their shopping carts and stuff. I'm like, what is that guy doing? Yeah. Like, there has to be something to this. Yeah. Now, so did you like paint? Allegedly, did you paint the one that?
Oh yeah, I made it look way different. But some people say that you should just keep it looking like a bird because that's pretty low key. You're just a guy on a bird. Yeah. But I changed everything.
Well, also though, I think that whoever Bird used is actually you could buy that exact same scooter.
Yeah, the Xiaomi 365, it's called.
Yeah, I almost the other day I was looking at Bird scooters because I like, or not Bird scooters, but scooters. I didn't realize that there was like an extreme versions of them. You know, like they have like the fat boys and the ones that are going faster than like 40 miles an hour on a scooter, and they fold up so small. I was like, that'd be perfect for my car because that's the one thing. I wanted originally to have a bike that I could fold up and put in my back of my car, and then I just somehow got, I started watching your videos and shit like that, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get a Super 73, and all that. But the folding aspect of it is what's cool. But nice. I didn't know that you could buy not only a Bird or like the scooter brand that Bird uses, but also the bike brand that I think. What was
Wheels?
it? Yeah, was it Wheels?
I think they're called Wheels, the ones that look like little bikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And no, who was it? Was it Uber that bought a bunch of the company, and then they just decided to trash them all? Like they're just going to throw away all these bikes. And there's one company, I guess, decided to that they're going to try to recycle some of them, but that's great. So you got that, and is that the one you use sometimes when it's
my scooter?
Your little scooter?
Yeah.
That was that.
Yeah, I used it a couple times. I use it for little chores and stuff. It's kind of nice to get out, It's easy to get in and out of the house.
The Super 73 is not very portable or very convenient for, like, doing little errands.
No.
Because I feel so weird leaving it outside like a Walgreens for, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. Yeah, I have to take the battery apart and lug that around. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem like e-bikes have kind of gone into the culture enough to be normal because people stare at you, people were really looking at it, people are checking it out. Just I don't know. It's a bizarre thing that I kind of joined in. I have the Super 73 S2, which is like the real non-dirt bike cafe racer looking one.
Well, yeah, for people that don't know, Super 73 is you can look at right here at the website. This is a e-bike company, but they're really well known for their style. They have a really cool style that's like very 70s looking. They're probably the best looking bike in the business. Now the S1 was their pride and joy right here. That was probably the most stable bike that they've had. And then you got this S2, which is the new version of it. And have you had any problems with it? Because I know that to catch people up, they've had a lot of issues with their bikes. They decided to, instead of just release one bike, they released, I think, three or four new bikes all at the same time, and they've been having some problems. But it seems like you've been pretty lucky, am I right?
I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones because I saw a lot of people getting them delivered just absolutely destroyed. The box was messed up. They were missing parts. Like, there was weird things where a bunch of people got them delivered without the light, and then the light, I guess, is delayed like 6 months, so they're just not going to be able to.
How is that possible?
Yeah, he got his light before.
Oh, I got my light.
It's like way cheaper to get the headlight before you get the bike, so you got a headlight and he's waiting for the rest of his bike.
Well, I think like an important part of this story is that the pre-order was supposed to be like a month. Like I ordered it in February thinking like, oh, I have to wait all the way till the end of March. And then COVID hit and it became like it came out. I got it last month in June. So it was like a 5-month thing. And then during that time, Dillon got his R series, which is almost identical to the one I got, and it broke like 4 times by the time I even got mine. So I couldn't even continue being excited about it because I thought it was going to self-destruct.
Yeah, let's look at now. Dillon is responsible for probably a lot of people canceling their bikes. I even looked up today. I looked up a Super 73 R series, and the first thing that came up was your videos.
Really?
So yeah, here's the one that Dillon got. You did get the army green, but you painted it, right? I don't know why you did that. That was my favorite color.
Yeah, it's looking bad now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to be back to green.
Is it removable, that stuff you put on it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the rubber stuff?
Yeah.
I actually ordered this one here originally, and then when you started having I ordered the RX, but once you started having problems with yours, and then not just you, but a lot of people were having problems, I ended up canceling my order. Now, I think about this bike almost every day because how pretty it is
cool
and stuff, but I just didn't want to deal with all the headaches that you were going to. And you did have some headaches. You're on your second motor, and you're about to get your third motor, right?
I'm on my second bike.
Second bike?
They replaced my whole bike the first time, which was really nice of them. they didn't, I could have just got the thing in the mail, the end or the hub
Right.
in the rear wheel in the mail.
But
But
now it broke again, right?
It broke again
ride.
for real now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying, because I do a lot of crazy stuff, extreme stuff on it. But it's the stuff that I'm doing on it is what they advertise in the.
Yeah. They have this guy that works for Super 73, and he puts out these shred edits. Is that what they're called? And he pretty much just shows him going all over dirt roads.
And that's why I bought it.
The point of my crazy riding isn't to inspire you guys to go out there and do the same stuff. I'm literally here to test the bikes and ride them to their breaking point so that we can make rolling changes and give the end user, which is you, the customers, a better product. So
yeah, and that's why I think a lot of us bought or wanted to buy it was because it was like, holy shit, like a mountain bike, an extreme mountain bike. Now, this is the video that you posted that it's Super 73 gave me a new bike. This is when he first got your new bike.
What's up, buddy?
It must have been nice to finally get like a fresh bike because you had all those problems with your old bike. How long did it take until you started having another problem?
I put a lot more miles on it than I did the first one.
Oh, you did?
The first one crapped out at about 120 miles, and this one had 180 on it.
Is this the one you took off-road all over the Fullerton Loop or whatever, all that stuff?
Yeah, I took it everywhere.
Just like the videos. I mean, that Super 73 posted videos of them doing that at Fullerton Loop, right?
Yeah, it's funny. There's actually a Fullerton Loop meetup going on right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was on the Super 73 SoCal meetup page.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm curious to know. I want to see footage from that. I want to see how many people made it to the actual end of that.
Just wipes out every motor.
Yeah.
It's a good way to just reset everyone and have a reason to send a version 3 motor to everyone.
Now, have they contacted you lately about, like, they're supposed to replace your motor again?
Yeah, it should be soon.
It should be soon,
They're
yeah.
taking care of it. They're doing what they can.
Do you miss your bike?
I miss it so much. It's sitting in my kitchen just, like, dead.
Right. I think the first video that I saw that really got me into your videos is the one where you were chasing the dog, which we later found out was Whitney Cummings, one of random dogs.
You were absolutely making that worse by
You think so?
Farther.
What would you have done?
I don't know what I would have done, but I do think
if I had bacon or something, which I don't carry with me when I go anywhere.
Please, she's right there. Can you help me grab that dog?
You got him. Oh no.
Hey, Fiona!
This is the most futuristic dog rescue. Hey, Fiona! This is the most LA thing ever. This is when bad shit happens. Watch out! You do see a guy with a bag of chips towards the end.
Yeah.
He's like jogging.
Well, I think I think okay. On one hand, you kept it out of the road a lot because you would cut it off.
that was the main thing.
But on the other hand, you can see on the dog's face that it's like so happy to have someone that's chasing, like riding with it. It has no idea, or she has no idea that you're trying to stop it at all.
Yeah. If you guys want to watch this video, I highly recommend watching this one. It's called Chasing Down Runaway Dog on Super 73. And it was you, and it's so LA too, like you said in the video. It's one guy on a one wheel, which is one of those e-wheels that
unicycle.
Unicycle. Yeah. Those things, by the way, seem so fucking dangerous.
I will never touch one of those. I will never.
It's so dangerous, and you don't even look cool.
No, you don't. It's so creepy looking.
Weird.
But this is farther.
There's a spot towards the beginning where I easily could have got him. He runs into this narrow
I don't even
little-
know what you mean by what do you do if there's a loose dog?
It could bite you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about this dog.
Right. So this is you, and there was about 5 people, I would say, trying to find this dog, and
It would run into like a different neighborhood, and then it would just be a new group of people trying to help. Fiona! But it's safe now. I could have died that day.
I know.
I'm actually really glad the dog is safe.
Yeah, I was, and what's interesting is I think I told you I reached out to Whitney about this, and she was like, those assholes, and I'm like, whoa, because I watched it not like what you kind of Matt was going to. I was looking at, holy shit, man, you spent like 30 minutes of your time trying to get this dog, I mean,
Well,
what?
the dog either doesn't know its name or is like not fazed by strangers saying it because it I don't even know. It doesn't seem like.
Oh, I get pissed at this part.
See, you saved its life there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I think yeah, you did some good.
Yeah, it's good. It's great that the dog is safe, and I guess Whitney said that it was she was like not babysitting the dog, where you have like the rescue dog, like where you have it at your house for a while, and somehow it escaped. But no, this video. I mean, I was glued to the seat for this video, just watching you chase down this dog, and it really got me into like going, wow, this bike is badass. Look how fast you're going, you know, and going around and stuff like that. Terrifying video, though.
Yeah.
And did you ever hear? Did you hear from her also, or did anyone?
No,
from her?
one of my followers said, "Hey, I think this is Whitney Cummings' dog," and like linked me to her Instagram, and then she had a link to the rescue page, and then I DM'd that guy, and he sent me a long thing about, the dog is fine now. We sent out a team, and chasing it was not the right idea. It's not what you should have done.
Well, when you told me it was Whitney Cummings' dog, I was like, "That's stupid. There's no way." I mean,
You didn't believe
it's
that?
too random of a thing to exist, but I realize that this is the city we live in, so it makes sense.
Buddy, how are my little enthusiasts doing?
Now this is I guess
My
when
little e-moto enthusiasts.
your 73 breaks, one of your videos that breaks, and then.
Today we're gonna go.
Do you know what the idea of, or what the problem was with their early motors, or what was? I heard it was like the magnets or something that were coming loose.
I don't know for sure. But these motors have planetary gear in them, so it's like there's 3 gears on a little clutch, and what they're made out of is not strong enough.
Right.
That's what I think is the problem. But I've never cracked one open.
But there's a great video. The video is still available where you thought you cracked the code
I had
and
a
thought it was a
crackpot theory.
science experiment of like aluminum caused the thing to fail, and you were like taping Red Bull cans to your bike and stuff.
Yeah, because the bike is made out of aluminum, and supposedly there's this theory that it fucks the motor up.
That was a failed attempt. That's an entertaining video, but it's all horseshit.
Yeah, that would be funny though if you did break.
I kind of thought it was going to happen.
I just find it so funny because you described this. It's Lenz's law, and you describe this like scientific theory, and then you're like, "So we're going to test it." And you pull out of your bag a can of Red Bull and a like ball of.
It was a
aluminum
White Claw
foil.
can.
A White Claw can.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, also because when you were putting the Red Claw? White Claw. Jesus
Ooh,
Christ.
Red Claw.
Red Claw.
I would drink that.
But when you're putting it on
That's
there,
your
you,
brand when you come out with a
Yeah, that's
sponsor.
my brand.
Red Claw.
but you were like in a park with an open container, and I was just like, just imagine a cop coming down, and you're like, no, I'm putting it on my bike to test this.
Law. It's Len's Law. You don't understand.
During all this time with the Super 73 guys, you've been, I guess, recently banned from their Instagram group because they probably don't like the fact that when you Google Super 73R, that your video is the first thing that come up.
I don't know.
But what's cool is that other bike companies have reached out to you, including Onyx, which is one of the most amazing bikes ever, I think. And now you're hanging out with the Onyx, one of the co-creators.
Crazy. I've been YouTubing for like 2 months now, and I'm in with the owners.
Now, is he still the owner, or is he?
I don't know. He sold the company, but he's the founder. He, Tim Seward. And every time I say his last name, I think of C-word.
Yeah.
Like his last
His
name
is
cunt.
C-word?
Yeah, like his last name's cunt, and I'm just like saying it nicely, but it's C-word. C-word.
I know a guy named Ben C-word. I wonder if that's his son.
Yeah.
Is it like that would be weird. But here's the Onyx bike. This is This is pretty much the borderline of motorcycle. This is
ultimate loophole.
Yeah, this is ultimate loophole. It goes 60 miles an hour. Just look at how crazy that is. The problem I worry about this, I think a lot of people would love to have this bike, but it's like you said, it's not really legal. And
no, you can register it.
You
as
can
a
register
moped,
it,
and then at that point, you're supposed to keep it under 35.
Mm-hmm.
But once you feel what it's capable of, it's really hard to keep it.
And the
going 35.
pedals do nothing, right? There's
The
no
pedals
pedal
do
assist.
nothing. The pedals are compliance. They're aesthetic pedals.
right, because the laws in California, at least, and a lot of states, I think, is that we could have a class 2 or a class 3 bike, which means the motor can go 20 miles an hour, but it can go up to 28 with pedal assist or something like that.
In some states, it's 25. I don't know how much more damage you're going to do in between 25 and 28 miles per hour.
Yeah, and that's a problem with, I think, the e-bike.
Oh, that's the new owner, that guy James right there.
Oh yeah. Isn't that the problem though? That I think a lot of people are worried about though is that these kind of bikes might ruin it for e-bikes because there's going to be people dying on these things if they're going 60 miles an hour with no insurance, and then I guess e-bike they're going to say, well, it's an e-bike, and it's going to get all classified in the same.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern, but I've never heard of anyone having any serious accidents on them.
I haven't.
And
either.
I have, my friend has a video of literally getting pulled over, and the cop just had questions and wanted to get one for his kid,
right?
And if the cops do pull you over, that's when you use the pedals. That's when you shut it off and you go, oh, it's a bike,
right?
And then they're like, oh, it's a.
I fake pedal around the cops when I see them.
Yeah,
but I
ghost pedaling.
I don't think they're checking how fast I go.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't.
I like the pedaling. I don't know. I got a juiced Hyper Scorpion. Which has the 10-speed on it, which I guess the Super 73s, you're going to be able to buy the 10-speed later for it, where it makes it so it's a 10-speed bike, pretty much. Yeah. And I enjoy that, because that's originally one thing that I wanted. I wanted it to be able to ride like a bike, but also use it as an e-bike if I, want to. But, once you get an e-bike, you're like, oh, what's the fun of pedaling when I could just, go fast? Yeah, you never pedal. But out of I have the Hyper Scorpion. I just got a City Scrambler, and the City Scrambler only has an 8-speed. And once you go over 23, you can't even. The pedaling does nothing. You're just like, why am I even pedaling for this? But I kind of like the 10-speed option or stuff like that. I thought that was nice. Now this bike, like you said, just has pedals just to make it legal-ish, so it can say it's an e-bike.
This one feels like the loop. Like you're talking about loophole. This thing, it freaked me out watching you guys go 60 miles an hour on this thing, and you were driving it on the freeway.
Jesus, man, there's a cop up there.
Yeah, just once, just for a little bit,
Yeah, that when I saw that, that's fucked up, man. Because I think if you would have got pulled over, you would have got in a lot of trouble for it. Yeah, that would probably been jail.
Well, I saw a cop in front of me, so the odds of a cop being behind me are pretty slim, right?
Unless they were chasing somebody.
At all.
I think more than there's cops, there's probably more cops.
Yeah.
Now, Onyx, is that a bike that you would recommend to people, or what was your review of it?
I love it. I think it's great.
Is there?
I originally wanted one of those. The price has gone up since the Indiegogo, and it's kind of it's kind of hard to trust an Indiegogo because there's nothing really keeping them from just taking your money and then just dissolving. But no, they're a established company now, and they make great bikes, and you can get them relatively quick. I think now when you order one.
Yeah, see, that's the big problem, because when I had the Super 73, and then I was supposed to get June, I think, and then watching your videos, And then it got pushed back to like, I think they said you'll get it sometime in August. And I was like, Jesus, when you're waiting for something for so long and then they push it back 2 months, I just couldn't take it anymore. And that's one of the reasons, another reason why I bowed out of that and decided to go with Juice, because Juice was like, oh no, you can get it next month. I was like, oh, I'm in. And it's interesting because all the e-bike companies, I think, are going through that right now. Like you go to a bicycle shop. I went to one the other day and empty. It's just like you can't find. It's like toilet paper. Like bikes are a hard. This woman was there and she's like, she just got her bike like new tires and stuff, and she's like, I'm thinking about selling this. I don't know. Do you think anyone would buy it? And the guy was like, yeah, you just put that on a Craigslist. You'll have that thing sold in like 10 minutes. It's pretty amazing.
Well, I wish I had my Super 73 when the streets were just dead, when everyone thought this was like the end of the world. That would have been amazing. That was what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Just
that would have been so
downtown
great.
by yourself.
That's what I was imagining every single night, and then it showed up like right when everybody's like, all right, I'm going back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you also got an interesting bike recently. You got something called a Monday motorbike, and I thought this was the weirdest name for a bike company. But this takes what Onyx does and takes it to the next level of at least looks. This is straight up looks like a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's bigger, and it's
heavier, right? It's way heavier, right?
Yeah.
It's the heaviest thing in the world. It's so heavy that it's not a bicycle. I don't know. It's not a manageable thing to have in your home or anything, but you could lock it up outside places. Like I was saying that about my Super 73. You can't go out, but these Monday motorbikes weigh about a ton, so no one's going to really steal it.
Yeah, it's really hard for you to steal this. And so this company, I guess, they reached out to you, didn't see your blogs, I'm guessing.
One of their subscribers messaged me and gave me their phone number and said, you got to try these. And I was getting lots of comments, because people want to see this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm without a bike, I don't want to make scooter content right now.
Right.
So I've been reaching out to companies, just seeing if they'll let me borrow it, just test it for a couple days. And they were more than happy to.
They seem like really nice people.
It is a great bike. It is a great bike.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Your one friend in one of your videos actually knew about the company and wanted one for a while.
Yeah.
I had never heard of this company. I don't know what was the name of the company before.
Volt or Bolt or something?
Oh yeah, Volt.
Yeah,
because of the car they had to change. I don't know why they chose Monday though. That's.
And I think it was because of the scooters that are there's like another like scooter,
the yellow scooters.
The yellow scooters outside that are also Volts or something.
Yeah.
He says they're taking it back though. They're taking Monday back, so they're making Monday a positive thing.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that. There is a lot of weird e-bike names. There's this Swedish e-bike company called the Cake Cock.
What?
CALK. Yeah, look this bike up.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good-looking bike right there.
Yeah, I want that. That's really that one's. I think at least 8,000. I don't know.
Are you serious? Yeah. Wow, look at that.
And that's an
screen.
actual dirt bike. That one, it's not a Loophole one. You could probably throw some pedals on it though somehow. I don't think they make them, but yeah, I want something that looks like that.
Yeah, that looks badass. And I think that's one cool thing about all these e-bikes and stuff like that. We're definitely seeing a new kind of bike, like with Teslas, you got the battery cars and stuff like that. But having, motorcycles and dirt bikes using batteries and instant torque is something new that's very exciting, I think. It's cool. But, so do they sell these in the United States?
Yeah. I think,
wow.
I mean, you have to order them. I don't think they have a dealership, but yeah, they're a cool bike.
Now, the Monday bike, we got to talk about this because Matt, you got to ride.
Yeah, I actually haven't talked to him about that since.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I got to figure out what. Why? For one, why were your feet back there? I think a lot of people want to know why your feet.
Okay, so let me explain this.
Okay, first let's watch the video, I guess.
It loads the VHS.
Yeah, it puts a tape in there.
How fast does this go?
It goes 45.
Okay.
If you want to go, look, here's your modes. Mode 1 is walking mode. So that's like literally, it's like literally if you're just moving.
That's
Yeah,
his mode.
this is kind of you should probably have put it not in walking mode, but maybe you unlocked it for him. You pretty much put it in the fastest mode.
Yeah. Well, he said
Well,
he said he can handle it.
So like me and Dillon are around the same height, but I have like freakishly long legs, and it's what's weird about these ones that are more like a motorcycle is when I put my legs up, my knees are like around my shoulders, and it just feels weird. So I scooted back.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I got really shit on in the
I can
comments.
literally feel just sitting on it that it's the heaviest thing in the entire
Yeah,
world.
that's just to help you move it around the garage or whatever. And then go to 2, that's e-bike mode. So that tops out at 20, if you want to test that. And then 3 is off-road motorcycle mode.
I think I can do off-road mode.
Oh,
There we go.
that's-
That's famous last words.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and you got your brakes. I mean, you got it all figured
It's a
out.
regular.
Yeah, it's a full twist, dude. It is a motorcycle.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and back around.
All right, I'm gonna
The
fuck
problem
with yours.
is we were in Silver Lake with these massive hills. I feel like normal, we would have been fine.
Well, it's also I think one of the first things they teach you, and like if you get a motorcycle license, is that when you watch your hand on the grip, because if you accidentally squeeze it, you should like hold it on the side so
Yeah.
you're not because that's easy to do. I don't know how many times like I've been walking my bike in my backyard to lock it up, and I'm like whoa, like I almost
is a twist?
yeah. So I'm like I didn't even realize I was twisting it, But I could see how this happened. But let's continue.
When I turn it, nothing's happening. What's the ignition?
This one's weird because I think like the brake, it doesn't want to give you gas
The
when.
brake was messed up.
Yeah, the
Oh,
brake kind of
you
seemed
didn't
messed
have
up
to do
right
this
there.
yet?
Honestly.
I don't
Yeah,
think
so it was
I
in
don't think
safe
was the
mode. Yeah, you
bike's
got to
fault
press
at
this
all.
little red thing down there.
Okay, here we
We'll see.
go.
We'll let
All
the
right.
audience
We're off to
decide.
the races here.
So far, so good.
I think we hit the hill pretty
Yeah, you're
quick.
doing just fine right here.
Yeah, I honestly think it was that whole grip thing.
I think if you went to stopped, I think the
Huh?
stopping.
Where are we gonna
Well,
go?
because I
don't
was
have
got
my
scared of this
bike.
hill, and what it is that the thing is so heavy that when you stop and you're on a hill, it starts rolling back into you because it's so heavy. So my feet are back to.
That's when you use
Hold
the
it up.
brakes. Then you use the brakes to stay where you are.
Yeah.
Well, makes sense.
Handle that.
I was just
And by the way, keep an eye out for the very hot woman walking on the other side of that.
handling it.
Oh, this slow.
Here we go.
There's
So-
the hot chick.
Hot chick walking.
Whoa.
Okay.
And that chick's face. Let's just see it in normal
I
motion.
mean, already?
I was so worried about him.
Don't get hurt.
I'm pedaling with my feet.
She was actually barely phased by it. She did say, "Are you okay?" But
I didn't hear it at the time. I was just like,
I just don't know why your feet are back there. I just don't
Okay.
think that's where you put your feet on a motorcycle.
I don't know where you put a feet on a motorcycle.
Now, I do. I mean, I get what happened. I feel like you had your hand on the grip and you were like, no, don't go anywhere, bike. But that just made you grip more. But the weird thing about it is you were probably going like 3 miles, 5 miles an hour. Now
The thing came out like it came apart like a thing, like it was made of Legos or something. Like I'm not, we've dealt with Monday and the Monday people over this. This has been like a big ordeal. Basically, the bike's destroyed. we really messed it up. But I just feel like it shouldn't break that easily.
yeah, it is pretty amazing how much
Don't
happened.
worry about the. Wow, Matt.
I
Sorry,
don't
man.
think it's fair to blame the bike
Oh,
for
dude.
this crash, though.
No.
I mean, maybe the parts shouldn't have flown
I'm
off
like,
like that.
I'm like in
but
shock
I
trying to
don't think
attach some weird thing to it here.
that doesn't go there.
At least you're not hurt though, because I mean, you could have
Not
ran
even
right
a
into that
scratch,
wall.
Not even a scratch.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. And so you guys ended up fixing it up a little. You taping up
Enough
the
to ride,
seat.
yeah.
So it was the brake, the back tail light looks like, and the seat kind of got messed up.
The pedal broke.
The pedal
off.
The
exploded.
pedal
and the
exploded,
rear left peg,
and the peg.
like the passenger peg. blew.
Yeah, and there's that. I mean, it just seems like a lot happened from that little thing, and then. Unfortunately, just like the next day, you were doing a video, and at the very end of the video, you had another problem. Somebody rear-ended you.
Yeah, those are cool. There's got to be a way to hack those. I think if you
And
just
people,
put a
people keep asking, like, what was he doing? I have no idea. He's not too far forward. It's not like he's in the street. Like,
Yeah.
he's not.
No! Why do that? Why not look?
This is my buddy Mark's.
Why do that?
The best part is Mark asking the guy if he's okay.
I know.
Yeah,
people
why
say-
was he so concerned about that? Are you okay? He asked him like 5 times.
We're okay.
Ow, neck.
Are you good, man? Like, you got... I was just saying, like, are we able to get information or anything?
A lot of people are saying I should have chased him also. And I guess I didn't really need to. But I don't know what I was going to do. It's not like he was going to, like, stop and be like, okay, I'll give you here's my insurance.
Well, I think you were in shock also, especially
I was shook.
especially because you were probably already were in shock from this bike, this haunted bike that you got. You did try to chase him. You tried to even go to the police station, but the police station was closed.
Yeah, they have bigger fish to fry.
That guy is not good with backing up. Just look. God, this thing's fucked. All right. Well, that's a loophole right there, dude. That's the answer to our problem. That's what happened. That guy backed into us. The bike fell over. Yo, is he dipping? Oh, he's dipping on us, bro. He's dipping on us. He's dipping on us, bro. Okay, we got a video here, dude.
Did you just end up not worrying about this?
No, I called them. I called them later.
Yeah.
I like filed a report, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the internet's gonna tear them apart more than the cops will. Just like
Right.
one guy left a comment like, "Oh, this car was sold in San Diego in 2018 after a salvage title." Like, just knew all this weird stuff about the car.
Yeah, that's a weird thing because nowadays you can just look up somebody's license plate number and find out almost everything.
Just go to his house and start vlogging.
Yeah, interview him.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
He'll be a guest on the show at some
Oh,
point.
I'd love that.
The one thing, did they? You had a lot of problems when you had the bike with the display. One, it not being able to see anything while it's daylight out because it's too sunny, and I guess it's not backlit or whatever. But also how it was set up, it was just perfectly centered so that anytime the sun would glare on the screen, it would go right into your face. Did they ever say anything about that? Like, oh, this is, we're setting it up different or anything like that?
Not about the glare, but even the guy at Monday said that, yeah, you're not going to be able to see this during the day. Like,
doesn't that seem like that should be like one of the first things to fix? I don't know.
Seems like a problem.
And then probably my favorite video of yours recently is you returning the Monday. I didn't think you were actually going to do it like this.
This is what I did. This is what I wanted to do. So
Let's get out of
even
here.
if I wasn't recording, this is what I would have done.
There's your bike.
Oh god.
Oh, it's great.
And then the guy says,
Yeah, I gotta
"Thank
go
you."
though.
That's the
That's
worst.
brutal.
That's the worst.
Have a good one.
This guy right
Says
here.
thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good one.
Oh, God. Heart-wrenching.
I know they're good. Those guys are good people over there at Monday. And and we paid for it and everything. So.
So you ended up, I love you running to your car is one of my favorite.
That's the video, guys. Buy Monday motorbikes.
So you ended up having $665 worth of damages, which honestly doesn't seem as bad as...
No, it was scary. I was like,
I thought it was going to be worse.
I did
Yeah.
Because the bike, it's like $4,000 or something like that?
yeah, it's 4,500.
$4,500. Yeah, I guess.
It was working just fine. It's just some parts blew off.
Yeah.
of it, and they had to replace the seat and the taillight.
Yeah. I mean, I like the look of the bike a lot.
It's a cool looking bike.
Did you ever figure out how to open up the front where the battery was, though?
No, they showed me. They showed me at the place, and then even a couple days later when I posted the video of Matt crashing, I guess there were so many people talking about it in the corporation that the head of the company had to call me, the CEO.
Oh God.
And he even said something about the battery, how it was counterintuitive to open it. I still don't know how.
Well, maybe.
But there's nothing really in there. It's just, it's a cool little device that opens it.
Right.
There's just a battery in there. So.
I think that the screen not being able to screen or having it pointed so the reflection hits you in the face is dangerous.
That could just be my height.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't want the Monday people anymore.
No. I mean, I feel bad for them, and it seems like a really nice bike.
I had the Super 73 people reach out to me. There's like so much beef between these e-bike companies.
I know.
That I never could have predicted. The Super 73 people were reaching out to me, kind of like feeling out if I wanted to do like a bit with them, kind of against the Monday Motorbikes people, and then the Monday Motorbikes people wanted to like do a video where we kind of like reconciled what happened with it, and it was like kind of this back and forth thing, and I kind of bowed out at the point. I don't really know how much I want to be involved in the.
Well, there is a lot of drama between them all. I know that because like when I canceled my Super 73, I talked about it on a podcast, and immediately, even though I had wrote like them a few times, never heard anything back about my order and stuff, and like I think it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I never heard anything back. Like I had a question about my order, like, hey, what's going on with it? And then the second I said something like on a podcast, immediately that guy that makes all the shreddy videos and stuff like that reached out, like 2 paragraphs, 2 pages long, like hey, don't cancel, blah blah blah. And so it is interesting, and I don't know. I guess it's it's a new thing. E-bikes are blowing the fuck up right now, so everyone's trying to be number one. And so right now you have the Onyx guy gave you his old bike, and he told you to destroy it.
He gave me a Swagtron EB7. It's charging right now.
EB7 Swagtron.
Yeah.
And that's basically what the wheels.
Yeah, it's a different company,
right?
But it's about the size of a wheels bike.
Yeah, let's see if we could take a look at EB7. So these are pretty much the bikes
Man, look at the swag.
Micah here with
Why? That's another weird name. What? Who's it naming?
Swagtron.
It's like a Japanese company, and they're like, "What are some cool American words?"
Do you remember the Scooty bike that was like created by
the Scooty bike?
Who was the guy in the Kim Kardashian sex tape?
Oh,
Ray J created an e-bike before any of these people.
Really?
He was ahead
The
of the
Scooty
game, and
bike.
it was called the Scooty bike.
Scooty bike.
I swear it's called the Scooty bike. I'm gonna
Ray J Scooty
bike.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh, I have seen these.
Electric is proud to introduce the Scoot e-bike, a revolutionary design.
See, look how nice that
combines
folds
the
up,
best
though.
elements Of a
Yeah.
scooter.
Is this Peyton Manning?
In order to assemble the bike,
His
you
voice.
will first need to fold out the handlebars by releasing the safety pins.
No, I think it was like maybe just promoted by Ray J, but every billboard all over Hollywood was like the Scooty bike, and it was Ray J. And I think they were trying to make it like the rap. This is the type of bike the rappers want to
Other
drive.
electric motor vehicles.
I wonder how fast this
Charge
goes.
it.
See, they have like a beeper. Not even the Super 73 has the Scooty bike.
Yeah, doesn't yours come with it?
Mine comes with it. Yeah, it's.
Does the Scrambler have that too? Built-in security?
No, the Scrambler didn't come with. I guess they have a Hyper Scrambler, but they stopped making them or something. It's pretty much the deluxe version. But I found out the alarm system that they use, you can get on Amazon for like $14, and it's pretty nice. Like if you shake it or if anyone touches it, it goes off. I do like the juice bikes, how they do come with all the extra bonuses, like the turn singles and the brake lights, and that go with the actual brake and stuff like that. I wish more companies would kind of add all those extra features.
I feel like Super 73 is partially banking on the fact that you get the opportunity to keep buying little upgrades. I think it's kind of like little microtransactions that keep you going. Like I'm excited to put the 10-speed on my Super 73.
Yeah. Well, is that available yet? The 10-speed?
None of the stuff's available yet. I went crazy during the time that I was waiting for mine to get delivered, and I pre-ordered all the accessories, which I don't think they've even invented yet. So I've paid like hundreds of dollars for stuff that I don't know what it's going to
Really?
look like when it gets there.
That's a buzzkill, and it's also a buzzkill because e-bikes are so new that bike shops don't like fucking with them.
Yeah.
They're rude.
They're rude. Like the one by me goes, "Ugh, yeah, I guess we can look at it, and then. I had a problem because my new Scrambler, I think, has a warped, what's that disc?
The brake?
Yeah, like the brick, like the thing that's connected to the tire. Yeah. It's a little warped, so when it rides, it makes this weird noise. And they're sending me a new front tire, I guess. But before that, I went to a bike shop, and the guy was just like, I went to 2 bike shops, and they're both assholes pretty much. They don't want anything to do with these e-bikes. And then he's like, I fix as much as I can because I guess it's so heavy they don't even have the thing to put on, like bikes when they put it on the stand.
Yeah, they flip it over to put the wheels on, and I think they can't do that with these e-bikes without breaking stuff. Like that Monday motorbike would fall apart into a million pieces, turned into a powder.
Let's just
if
leave
you try
Monday
to-
alone.
Yeah, leave Monday
Bro,
alone.
We're past that Monday.
They've got my. I paid for it so that I can talk about this.
I put his PayPal or his Venmo at the end of it. He's got like $80 already.
I've got Venmo things, and people are treating me like I'm a 12-year-old child. It's like you should really look both ways before you cross the road. You should make sure that you. It's just like it's great. Thank you to everyone who donated to my cause.
Well, I think you're one of my favorite parts about Dillon's videos when you're first on it because you're such a character. And then before, like when you first got your bike, I really enjoyed. Like my girlfriend thinks you're hilarious just because you're almost so like neurotic about everything, And then
The thing is, I'm the opposite of Dillon. I don't want to go to the Fullerton Loop or anything. Like, I got this thing to kind of like drive around and like look cool on, but I barely ride anything. Like I don't drive fast or any of that stuff, and it's been interesting. I got a lot of flack for how I was riding it in the first video because I was riding it like a bicycle, and I didn't know going in that you're like getting into left turn lanes and like.
Well, even if you're on a bicycle, you still use the road like how you would.
I'm finding that out. I didn't know.
Okay.
And then just seeing you go from like that first video where it was like, I was watching it going, oh my God, he's going to get killed, to then you actually almost getting killed.
But he's assured me that he's got it down now. He
I
went all the way to
read it
Santa
all over.
Monica on his own.
Wow.
I have a few hundred miles on the thing.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I ride it everywhere. But it would be nice that, like, I finally found an app that takes you away from hills, because if it sends you through Silver Lake, you're like, or Hollywood, you're going up hills that the thing just literally can't handle.
Yeah.
So I just like to cruise around and kind of look cool.
Yeah.
I haven't figured that second part out yet.
I just got the Juiced has. I don't know if Super has the supercharger. You can actually.
Oh, it's like quicker.
It's so nice, man. Because the original batteries for Juice, I think, are 52 volts, whatever, 19 amps. But it would take like 4 or 5 hours, maybe longer, to charge. This like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was so nice. I can't wait for more options to come out. So now you're bikeless for a while, and you have this Swagtron that you're gonna take that to the Fullerton Loop. You think?
I could. It would probably be boring in a lot of spots, but there's some cool jumps. But just looking at that thing, it seems pretty strong.
It does. Yeah. Well, that's what was interesting, that you rented a bike.
That was a wheels bike.
Yeah, a wheels bike.
Yeah.
And after watching you with the Onyx and the Super 73 at the Fullerton Loop. If the Fullerton Loop, by the way, is like this...
The training ground.
Like it's a dirt... I mean, a mountain bike pretty much run, and it's a lot of bumps, a lot of crazy shit. And when you took, the Super 73 on there, it was having some problems, but it was doing a good job. Onyx, it seemed like that was way too heavy, and it didn't have the suspension, but it still did a great job on it.
That was fun, though. That was a fun day.
Fun. But then when you took this cheap-ass... rent a bike, like one of the scooter type deals. It seemed like it was doing a pretty good job for and it lasted and it survived. But so seeing the Swagtron on there would be pretty great.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
we might go riding later today.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it. I finally have the better bike than Dillon for sure.
I know.
After this, have you reached out to any other companies to see? Is there anything that you have your eye on that you want to try or?
I just want my bike to be fixed.
Yeah,
they said the first week of August.
Yeah,
so hopefully soon.
It's today, starting today.
Yeah. So let's hope that I get that in the mail soon.
I'm sure they're super eager.
Yeah. Are you worried about that? I mean, if you got banned from the...
No, I emailed them recently because I used those referral codes. You were just saying that so many people canceled, but actually 43 people have purchased Super 73.
43?
Yeah.
Isn't that like $50, $100 each?
So every $30, every 30 referrals, they give you 1,500 credit. So I was just buying Super 73 stuff off their web. I bought the watch and a bunch of tires and
Why
stuff.
would you buy the watch?
Why did you buy the watch?
It's free money. I don't know. It's free.
Yeah, but you could have just saved up and got another bike.
Yeah. I know, but I'll have another 30 later. I'll have another 30 soon.
That's true.
I think that's like you're getting a lot of comments about people like no other bikes are going to hand you a free bike. I think the idea was that you were going to have your own bike.
Yeah,
that
I just want
belongs
to ride
you.
my bike. Is
Yeah.
what I want to do.
Right.
But yeah, I guess I haven't really thought about it. That cake bike is cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think they have just like demos that are around here that I could just grab.
And are you worried about, like the Monday bike, tarnishing your ability to get new bikes? Or
No, I don't think so. I say so many bad things about Super 73, and they're still buying them.
Right.
And I'm not too worried about it.
I think the thing is that none of them are perfect. They all have all these parts that are breaking. Like this is like round one of a new thing. I feel like it's probably the first Teslas probably had a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, they still do.
Yeah.
My neighbor just bought an Ariel. It's called an Ariel Rider D Class. If you want to look that one up. He watched my videos. He started watching my videos like 5 days ago, and now he talks about e-bikes more than I do.
Well, it is addicting.
Yeah.
It is addicting.
Hey, I mean, if I can get people on an e-bike.
This isn't as lame as you described it to me.
I know. This is another name.
It looks like a specific type of bike that already exists. It looks like kind of a ripoff.
It kind of looks like the S1 a little mixed with,
But this one is dual wheel drive. Each wheel has a motor in it. So it's like better for up hills and better acceleration.
Wow.
But I think they have the same supplier as Super 73, so that's just like double broken motors.
Oh,
I don't know for sure, but because he emailed them and said they were having some.
I imagine
some
the
kind of problems,
two
but
motors.
That's cool.
If the two motors got out of sync, the thing would just like instantly explode.
Yeah, or
right?
it seems like double the problems, kind of. I mean, it looks nice. I like the style of it. It is interesting having dual motors. How fast does it go? Do you know?
I think it's the same. It's like they say 35, but it's probably like 31 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that is interesting because a lot of these bikes all do use the same motors. I know Juiced has like a contract with a motor company in China where they're like for 10 years they're only making motors for Juice. So it's like I guess Juice has that going for them where they're not, all these people having motor problems, they have a whole different, like their own motor that's, designed completely just for them and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's a positive. I haven't had any problems with my bike at all, except for the new one having the warped, whatever it's called, brake thing, rotor, I guess it's what it's called. That silver thing right there in the front.
They said it was that?
Well, the bike shop says that's what they think it is. They see it like a slight bend to it. Now, most bike shops actually can fix that, but they're not going to work on it. And I think that's the only negative with the e-bikes is if you live somewhere where there's not like a bike shop, and if you do live by a bike shop, you have to be kind of mechanical. And I'm mechanical, but when it comes to e-bikes, and they're so fucking heavy, I don't know really, I'm not going to try to do this shit myself.
Yeah.
But
I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I do most of the stuff.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, can't wait to see what's next with you. You got to go to your YouTube page, and it's youtube.com, and it's D1. It's pretty much Dill legal, but the I is in 1.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I made it 12 years ago. I can't change it.
Yeah, you can't, can you?
I don't think so.
No, I like it. It would have been. It's the the good thing is that if you just type in Super 73, you pretty much come up.
Yeah.
And all that. You've been doing it for a while though. Your YouTube page, because I was saying earlier, you have a video, just a fart video.
Yeah,
that
fart catastrophe.
Has like a 1 million. Look at this shit.
It's so early YouTube, that video too, like the style of it.
Is this
Even
like your
hair.
girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, she was at the time.
Yeah.
Her name's Lauren Bowe. She's a TikToker now.
Oh.
For the last final day of TikTok.
Where is that one?
It's right
here.
right
Fart
in the middle there.
catastrophe.
1.1 million views, and it's.
I know. Oh, she's gonna love that we played this.
That's hilarious, and you were saying that it got demonetized or whatever because of the YouTube comments on it. Just a bunch of fart freaks.
Yeah, there were some guys, some creepy fart people leaving comments in the down below.
Fart fetishists.
Yeah, and there's all these like analytics on YouTube. You can tell where all your traffic's coming from and everything. And there's like just fart playlists. Like that's where most of the views are coming from because people are making like these fart playlists, and they just come across mine.
There's honest. I went to AVN a couple of times and Adult Video Awards, in Vegas. And one time I went there, I met this girl and she was pretty and everything. And then I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I forget her name. It was like Gassy Gale or something like that. I'm like, Gassy Gale? Well, that seems like a horrible name. And she goes, "No, I do fart porn." And I'm like, "Fart porn?" There's a whole website where it's just girls farting and like close-ups of their buttholes and shit, and like.
And there's cake farts. Remember cake farts?
Cake farts.
Cake
yeah.
farts I can kind of get behind, but just normal, just farts.
No.
I feel like you dress the fart up in some way. Obviously,
Yeah, you have to have some kind of gimmick.
Oh, and there was like this website. I wish I remembered the website. I tried looking at it for it recently, and I couldn't find it. But there was ones where it was just like farts underwater, and then fart like. She put a piece of grass in her butthole and then farted and tried to fart out a piece of grass and stuff. I
it's don't even thing you do on the soccer field when you're a kid and kind of blow it through your fingers.
Exactly. So yeah, check out Dillon's YouTube page. And Matt, do you have a?
I'm just a major Twitter guy. So just follow me on Twitter at Matt Grippi, Grippi. These are bad tweets, guys. You got to check it out.
Yeah. Awesome. And guys, if you want to see more of the show, let us know how, what we can do and what we can think of. Just send us a message and we'll be back hopefully for another episode of Loophole.
Something.
See you guys later.